Hello, my name is Diamond, aka Lady Leo. Welcome to my YouTube channel if you're a brand new viewer, or welcome back if you are a returning viewer. So I'm so excited to be swatching another full collection. This time it's the Painted Polish If You've Got It Haunted collection, which is their Halloween collection. This is a collection of 8 polishes, and it is a mix of their holographic glitters as well as their reflective glitters combined with different colors. I will say, as somebody who's been buying from Painted Polish for a while, and you can't see them because I shifted things around, but they're over there. Actually, you might be able to see them. So they're that top section right there with the white bottles. I think that Painted Polish has some of the best reflective glitters in the business. I have many a reflective glitter polish from Painted Polish, and I just think they're absolutely fabulous. It's a fantastic formula, and I'm still checking for a reflective glitter from Holo Taco. Maybe someday we'll get like a rainbow formula. But I love this collection. I've got it on right now, and I even made a Franken polish too. So I think I'll be editing that into a short. So yeah, let's get straight into those swatches. So first up we have Bat to the Bone. This is described as being a champagne mix of gold and silver reflective glitters, pink galaxy holographic glitters, micro holographic flakies, black and gold metallic flakies, all in a gray Crelly base. Whoa, that's a lot of different combinations going on. But I think they really work, and it's probably why this collection stood out to me when I saw it swatched and I couldn't decide on which ones to get, so I just opted to get the whole collection. I think the gray base is it's a really nice vehicle for all the different things that are going on in this polish. And I always tend to feel like hollows or micro glitters, they tend to look best against a sort of medium to dark background. So I think the gray color is really complementary to all of these things going on. This is Bat to the Bone. Moving on to the next one. Next up we have Shift Happens. So just to kind of clarify, it seems like almost all of the colors in this collection, this is an 8-piece collection, all use the sort of similar base mix of things. So that's different types of reflective glitters, holographic glitters, micro glitters, and metallic flaky. So all of those have the same base mix, and the thing that changes is sort of the base color. So this is on a nice sort of rich brown Crelly Crelly base. So what a fun name too, because this is called Shift Happens and it's the brown shade. Again, I just think this base is really dynamic. Like, this is a lot of things going on, and it's hard to know if this is gonna vibe with like every color. So I imagine there's a lot of like testing that goes into it just to see, like, is the collection cohesive with all the different colors? You know, is this sort of base mix gonna look good in different colors? And I think Shift Happens is one of my favorites because I just really love browns. And then I just think the brown, because it's a darker color, really helps the other things that are going on just really have a chance to shine. So this is Shift Happens. Next up we have Drink Up Witches. So this is our orange shade. It's like a fire orange, it's described as. I don't know if this is really fire orange to me. I'd say this is kind of like a medium orange. I don't really see a lot of red going on in this orange, but I think this is the first color where like the black flakies really stand out because the color isn't as dark as something like Shift Happens. So you can definitely see like the flaky combination way more. Like, you can see the blacks, you can see those gold and the rose gold, which is part of the holographic glitters. Those are only ones I see at certain angles, but I love this color because I think, well, first of all, I just love oranges, but I think it's a really great color to showcase the combination of things and glitters going on in here. And I just think it's like really nice and complementary. So Drink Up Witches is definitely one of my favorites of this whole collection. Next up we have Love at First Bite. So this is described as being a French wine Crelly base. I don't really know what French wine is in terms of a color. To me, I would say this is sort of just like a medium toned pink. And I usually love pinks, and don't get me wrong, I don't dislike this polish. Let me start here. I do love pinks, but I feel like one of the things I'm missing in this collection is like a deep, like blood red color, because when I think of Halloween, my mind definitely goes to sort of like a nice red color, like Thriller or something like that. Like I want like a deep blood vampire red, and I think that would have been a fun color with this combination of glitters. So this is Love at First Bite. This kind of comes across a little bit more as like a what's that holiday with love? Oh my god, I can't think of the name of it. Valentine's Day. This comes a little bit more of like a Valentine's Day shade to me than it does like a Halloween shade, but it is still really pretty. But I would have loved like more of like a Merlot wine kind of red in this collection. I think that would have been a little bit more in line with what I think of in terms of like this color palette for Halloween. Next up, we have Simply Irresistible. Fun name. So the website describes the base color as being a dark slate blue, but maybe we have different ideas about like what constitutes blue. I would say this is way more of an indigo shade, so a mix of blue and purple, than it is sort of like a dark slate blue. When I think of dark slate blue, to me that's like navy, but maybe slate means like a blue gray. I'm still not getting a blue gray out of it. So to me, this comes across as being like very much an indigo shade. And I do like indigo, and I do like this color. I think it's a fun color for this mix. As much as I do like the combination of glitters in here, I think it might have been interesting to change it up for at least a couple different polishes in the collection. That would have been interesting to see a couple of different types of glitters, or maybe if you take away a couple of these additions, because, you know, this is the same exact glitter mix. The only thing you're changing is the base color, so sort of like a like and dislike element with that. I don't think it makes the collection super versatile because you're only changing one element and just using the same mix of glitters. But at the same time, I do think it makes the collection cohesive. So kind of on the fence about how I feel about it. Like I picked up the whole collection, so I do like all of these. I think I just would have liked to see a couple of different types of combinations, or maybe like if you take out some of these elements, what might it have looked like. But I do like this base shade. So this is Simply Irresistible. All right, next up we have Where My Ghouls At, which is the purple. It's described as being a Byzantium purple Crelly base. Whoever's doing the writing for Painted Polish is having a fun time. I'm not convinced that like that actually means something. I don't know if Byzantium actually means something, but to me this is sort of like, I wouldn't say this is cool toned, but I would say this is like a nice medium warm purple. I love the purple shade though with the glitters, and I think the glitter that kind of comes alive in this one is definitely the gold, and I definitely see the pink more. I just think it's really complimentary for this base shade. So yeah, this is Where My Ghouls At. Next up we have Eye Candy. I will say this is probably my favorite base color because I think it's so interesting and different from the other ones, and like just a little bit more of like a non-traditional color. So this one reminds me of like a toxic potion, specifically the potion that Poison Ivy was brewing up in Batman and Robin for Bane. Was it for Bane? I don't know. She was brewing some kind of potion. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie, but it was somewhere in this sort of shade palette. That's what it kind of makes me think of when I see it. So I definitely think it makes sense in this collection, and it is one of the colors that stands out the most because I think it's a little bit more in the pastel family, which isn't a bad thing. It's just sort of like an observation, but I do really love the base shade, and this is Eye Candy. Last up, we have Feeling Fabulous, and this one is in a midnight teal green sort of Crelly base. I don't know why, but this one somehow looks like it has a slightly different formula than the other ones when it's in the bottle, but per the website, it is still the same sort of mix of glitters and holographic / micro glitters that all of the other colors have as well. Just something about the way it looks in the bottle, and when I start swatching it, it somehow looks slightly different. Like, it doesn't look like there's a big difference, but it looks like the glitter mix is slightly different. But clearly I am delusional, because it is not this, it's not different, it's the same. I really love this color because this color invokes like a peacock. You know, because you get that nice, beautiful teal, and then peacocks usually are very elaborate and they have other colors going on. So to me, this is like if you could bottle a peacock and you get all that spectacle when a peacock like unveils their tail wing. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure you know what I mean. So this is feeling fabulous. All right, let's look at some comparisons for the If You Got It Haunted Holiday Collection, Halloween collection, excuse me, from Painted Polish. So I'm going to pick top 3 since this is an 8-piece collection. I'm going to go with my first favorite, which is Drink Up Witches. I just really love the orange base with all of the different mix of glitters. I'm going to have to go with Shift Happens as my second favorite because I love a good brown, and browns are hella underrated. And then Eye Candy, because I just think the base color is really unique and it reminds me of one of my favorite bad movies, Batman and Robin. So those are my top 3. And let me know in the comments below if you guys picked up anything from this collection, or if you picked up the whole collection. Let me know which one's your favorite. I did mention this earlier in the video. I do love the glitters from Painted Polish, but I think I would have liked to see a little bit of variety in this collection. Maybe take out 1 or 2 of the elements from some of the colors. I don't know. It would have been nice to see just a little bit of variance, because the only thing that's changing is the base color, and the glitter mix is all the same. It's a good mix, don't get me wrong. It just would have been interesting to see some differences in some of the polishes outside of the base color. But other than that, I did really vibe with this collection. I've also mentioned this in the video, but I do think Painted Polish has some of the best reflective glitters in the business. I have quite a few from them because they are amazing. So let me know if you guys have any in the comments as well. So I don't have any bonuses in this video, but I did make a Franken Polish, which I have edited into a short. So somewhere after this video comes out, you're going to be seeing a Franken Polish that I made combining all of these colors. So be on the lookout for that. Like, comment, subscribe. That's my time. Catch you later. Bye.